Chinese aircraft carrier Liaoning, history, present and future. The Liaoning CV-16 is China's first aircraft carrier and a pivotal asset for the People's Liberation Army Navy plan. Its journey from a Soviet naval project to a fully operational carrier symbolizes China's growing naval power and ambitions. This report delves into the history, current status, and future prospects of the Liaoning. History, origins, and construction. The Liaoning was originally laid down as the Riga a Kuznetsov-class aircraft carrier at the Mykolaiv South Shipyard in Ukraine on December 6, 1985. The construction was part of the Soviet Union's expansion of its naval capabilities, with the hull designed to support various military operations. Launched in 1988, the vessel was renamed Varyag in 1990. However, the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 halted the project when the carrier was only 68% complete. Sale and acquisition. In 1998, Ukraine put the unfinished Varyag up for sale. It was auctioned to a Macau company, Agencia Turística y Diversos Chom Lot Limitada, for approximately $20 million under the pretext of converting it into a floating hotel and casino. However, this was widely seen as a cover for its actual intended use by the Chinese military. The carrier was towed to China, but the journey was fraught with complications, including delays in crossing the Bosporus Strait due to Turkish regulations. After a lengthy and challenging tow, the Varyag arrived at Dalian Shipyard in March 2002. Modernization and commissioning. The Chinese government undertook extensive renovations to convert the Varyag into a functional aircraft carrier. The modernization included outfitting the vessel with advanced radar systems, air defense systems, and various aircraft. The refit was arduous, equivalent to building 10 new destroyers, as it required significant modifications to accommodate modern naval warfare capabilities. On September 25, 2012, the vessel was officially commissioned into the plan as the Liaoning, named after the northeastern province of Liaoning where it was refurbished. This marked a significant milestone in China's naval history, as it was the country's first aircraft carrier. Present status, role and capabilities. Initially commissioned as a training ship, the Liaoning has evolved into a combat-ready aircraft carrier. It is equipped with advanced systems including Type 346 radar, various close-in weapon systems (CIWS), and the ability to carry a complement of up to 40 aircraft, primarily Shenyang J-15 fighter jets, as well as helicopters for various mission profiles. Since entering service, the Liaoning has participated in numerous exercises and operations demonstrating its capabilities in carrier operations. In 2018, the ship was declared combat-ready, and it frequently conducts drills in the South China Sea and the Western Pacific, showcasing China's assertiveness in regional maritime disputes. Training and operations. The Liaoning serves as a platform for training naval aviators and ground crew in carrier operations. Pilots undergo rigorous training, including arrested landings and takeoffs, to prepare them for carrier operations. The carrier has also hosted foreign naval personnel for training exchanges, further enhancing its role as a center for maritime warfare education. In recent years, the operational tempo of the Liaoning has increased significantly, with missions that include live-fire exercises and joint drills with other branches of the Chinese military. The carrier's presence in contested waters such as the South China Sea serves both as a show of force and a means to solidify China's claims over disputed territories. Maintenance and upgrades. The Liaoning underwent its first significant refit in 2018, focusing on enhancing its command center and flight deck. Continuous upgrades are expected as the plan seeks to refine the carrier's capabilities and maintain its operational readiness. Future prospects. China has ambitious plans for its naval capabilities, including the development of more advanced aircraft carriers. The Liaoning, while a landmark achievement, will likely serve as a stepping stone toward more sophisticated designs. The plan is currently constructing the Type 002 Shandong, which features improvements over the Liaoning, such as a larger air wing and more advanced launch systems. Strategic implications. As China's maritime capabilities expand, the Liaoning is expected to play a critical role in the nation's naval strategy. Its operations are likely to continue influencing regional dynamics, particularly concerning territorial disputes in the South China Sea and interactions with other naval powers, including the United States and Japan. The future of the Liaoning will also hinge on the evolving geopolitical landscape. As tensions in the Indo-Pacific region increase, the carrier's presence may serve as a deterrent or a tool for power projection depending on China's strategic objectives. Conclusion. The Liaoning represents a significant chapter in China's military evolution. From its origins as an unfinished Soviet project to its current status as a cornerstone of Chinese naval power, the carrier reflects the country's aspirations to be a dominant maritime force. As China continues to develop its naval capabilities, the Liaoning will remain a vital asset in its quest for greater influence on the global stage. The future of the carrier will be closely watched as China navigates the complexities of regional and global maritime politics. Counterintuitive information regarding the Chinese aircraft carrier Liaoning CV-16 can be drawn from various aspects of its history, operational capabilities, and strategic implications. Here are several counterintuitive points. 1. Origin and acquisition. The Liaoning was initially a partially constructed aircraft carrier for the Soviet Navy known as the Varyag, which was left unfinished after the Soviet Union's collapse. Interestingly, it was sold to a company in Macau under the guise of being converted into a floating hotel and casino, which many observers viewed as a dubious cover story. This covert acquisition reflects a strategic maneuver rather than a straightforward military procurement. 2. Training role. Initially, upon its commissioning in 2012, the Liaoning was primarily designated as a training vessel for the People's Liberation Army Navy plan to gain operational experience with aircraft carrier operations. This designation was somewhat deceptive. While it served a training purpose, it also allowed China to develop its naval aviation capabilities without directly confronting regional adversaries initially. 3. Combat readiness. Over time, although the Liaoning was initially viewed as a mere training ship, by late 2018 it was announced that the carrier had transitioned to a combat-ready status. This suggests that the timeline for military readiness was much shorter than expected, indicating rapid advancements in China's naval capabilities and training efficiency. For strategic use versus tactical limitations, the Liaoning's design originally lacked certain features typical of modern aircraft carriers, such as long-range strike capabilities from its air wing, which is limited by its ski-jump launch system. This limitation led to the expectation that it might not be effective against more advanced naval forces. However, it has been used strategically to project power in contested areas, demonstrating that even with limited capabilities it serves a significant psychological and diplomatic purpose. 5. Technical challenges and improvements. The Liaoning faced several technical challenges during its operational history, including power outages during sea trials and extensive refitting needs. Surprisingly, these issues did not hinder its operational tempo significantly. Instead, they prompted rapid improvements and upgrades, showcasing an adaptive approach to naval warfare that contrasts with the more static traditional views on military readiness. 6. Geopolitical implications of a training carrier. The Liaoning, despite being labeled as a training carrier for years, has engaged in significant military exercises that have drawn international attention and concern, particularly in the South China Sea and around Taiwan. The seemingly benign role of the carrier belies its actual function as a tool for regional intimidation and a means to assert China's military presence, contradicting the perception that training vessels are less threatening than full combat ships. 7. Economic considerations in military development. The Liaoning's acquisition and refurbishment reportedly cost around $120 million, which is relatively low for the strategic asset it represents. This contrasts sharply with the billions typically associated with procuring new advanced aircraft carriers. This economic efficiency in military spending suggests a counterintuitive advantage in developing capabilities without incurring massive costs. 8. Cultural exchange and military training. The training of Chinese pilots on the Liaoning included support from Brazilian naval aviators, which might seem unexpected given the geopolitical tensions in the region. This collaboration highlights a pragmatic approach to military training that transcends traditional alliances and rivalries, indicating that military expertise can be acquired from unlikely partners. 9. Public perception versus operational reality. The Liaoning has often been portrayed in Chinese media as a symbol of national pride and military advancement. However, the reality of its operational limitations and the extensive need for foreign technology and training reveal a more nuanced picture of China's naval aspirations, suggesting that public narratives may sometimes overshadow the complexities of military development. By examining these counterintuitive facets of the Liaoning's history and operational context, we gain a deeper understanding of its role within China's broader military strategy and the complexities of modern naval power dynamics. Important content in the report on Chinese aircraft carrier Liaoning that might be overlooked. 1. Acquisition process. One of the most significant yet overlooked aspects of the Liaoning's history is the complex acquisition process that involved multiple layers of secrecy and deception. Originally purchased by a Macau company under the guise of converting it into a floating hotel, this was a strategic maneuver to circumvent international scrutiny. The real players behind the purchase were former Chinese naval officials, highlighting the lengths to which China was willing to go to acquire this vessel. This acquisition method reveals the strategic thinking and commitment of the Chinese military to enhance its naval capabilities. 2. Transformation from training to combat role. While many focus on the Liaoning's capabilities as a combat vessel post-2018, the initial role as a training carrier is crucial. This transformation is significant because it indicates a shift in the People's Liberation Army Navy plan towards operational readiness and confidence in aircraft carrier operations. The fact that it was initially a training ship allowed the plan to develop necessary skills without immediate pressure from geopolitical tensions. 3. Technological upgrades and limitations. The report details various upgrades made to the Liaoning, such as radar installations and defense systems. However, the limitations of these technologies are often glossed over. The absence of long-range radar capabilities and reliance on shore-based support for anti-submarine operations illustrate that while the Liaoning represents a step forward, it still has significant gaps compared to rival naval powers, particularly the United States. This information is crucial for understanding both the strengths and weaknesses of China's naval strategy. 4. Political and military implications of drills. The frequent naval drills involving the Liaoning, particularly in contentious regions like the South China Sea and around Taiwan, are often reported as mere military exercises. However, these drills carry substantial political weight. They serve as a demonstration of power and resolve to neighboring countries and the international community. This aspect is critical as it reflects China's broader strategic objectives of asserting territorial claims and projecting power in regional disputes. 5. Cultural and historical significance. The Liaoning's name, derived from a province in China, reflects a deeper cultural connection and national pride. The historical lineage of the vessel, originally a Soviet design, adds layers to its significance in the context of Sino-Russian relations, as well as the historical narrative of China's rise as a naval power. This cultural perspective is often overlooked but plays a role in how the carrier is perceived both domestically and internationally. 6. Operational challenges in pilot training. The report notes the involvement of Brazilian naval pilots in training Chinese personnel. This collaboration is significant as it underscores the challenges faced in developing a robust carrier aviation capability. The operational complexity of carrier operations necessitates extensive training and experience, which China is keen to enhance through international partnerships. This point is often under-discussed but is vital for understanding how China is addressing its gaps in naval aviation expertise. 7. Future aspirations. While the report touches on future developments and the construction of new carriers, it often fails to emphasize the implications of these upgrades on regional power dynamics. The evolution of the Liaoning and its successors is indicative of China's ambitions to transform its navy into a formidable force capable of projecting power globally, which could alter the balance of military power in the Asia-Pacific region. 8. Economic aspects of carrier operations. The costs associated with the Liaoning's acquisition and maintenance provide insights into the economic investments made by China in its military modernization. This financial aspect is key to understanding the broader implications of China's military spending and how it correlates with its geopolitical ambitions. In summary, the Liaoning's journey from a Soviet vessel to a centerpiece of China's naval ambitions encompasses various dimensions: strategic, technological, cultural, and economic. These aspects are significant not only for understanding the current capabilities of the plan but also for predicting China's future military trajectory and its implications for regional and global security. The Chinese aircraft carrier Liaoning CV-16 represents a significant milestone in China's naval capabilities and the broader context of its military ambitions. Here are 4 valuable points for an in-depth analysis and discussion of the Liaoning's history, present status, and future trajectory. 1. Historical significance and acquisition. The Liaoning's journey from its inception as the Soviet Union's Varyag to its current status as China's first aircraft carrier is a testament to China's strategic aspirations and adaptability. Originally laid down in 1985, the ship's construction was halted following the Soviet Union's collapse. Its eventual acquisition by a Macau-based company in 1998, ostensibly for conversion into a floating hotel, was a covert operation to secure a naval asset. This unique procurement method highlights the lengths to which China was willing to go to bolster its naval capabilities and gain expertise in aircraft carrier operations. The story of Liaoning's acquisition reflects not only the challenges of military modernization in a post-Cold War context but also the strategic foresight of Chinese planners in recognizing the importance of aircraft carriers for power projection. 2. Modernization and operational role. Since its commissioning in 2012, the Liaoning has undergone significant upgrades that have transformed it from a training vessel to a combat-ready aircraft carrier. The modernization efforts included the installation of advanced radar systems, close-in weapon systems (CIWS), and an expanded air wing capable of carrying 40 aircraft, including J-15 fighter jets. The shift in its operational role, as declared in 2019, underscores China's intent to enhance its maritime power and assert its interests, particularly in contested regions like the South China Sea. This evolution is crucial for understanding China's broader naval strategy and its efforts to develop a blue water navy capable of competing with established powers like the United States. 3. Strategic implications in regional security. The operational deployment of the Liaoning has significant implications for regional security dynamics, especially in the South China Sea and the Western Pacific. Its participation in military exercises involving live-fire drills and air operations signals an aggressive posture towards neighboring countries with competing territorial claims. The carrier's capabilities allow China to extend its air control and influence over these disputed waters, which has led to heightened tensions with nations such as Vietnam, the Philippines, and even Japan. Analyzing the Liaoning's role within the context of China's assertive maritime strategy provides insights into the evolving security landscape in Asia and the potential for conflict in these contested areas. 4. Future developments and strategic vision. Looking ahead, the future of the Liaoning and the development of subsequent Chinese aircraft carriers such as the Type 002 Shandong and the upcoming Type 003 Fujian will be pivotal in shaping the balance of naval power in the region. The transition from ski-jump launch systems to catapult launches in future designs suggests a commitment to enhancing operational capabilities, allowing for a broader range of aircraft including heavier and more advanced variants. Moreover, the development of carrier strike groups that integrate advanced destroyers and submarines will further solidify China's naval prowess. The trajectory of China's carrier program will not only impact its military strategy but also influence international perceptions of its power, leading to shifts in alliances and defense postures among regional players. In conclusion, the Liaoning's history, modernization, strategic implications, and future developments encapsulate China's military ambitions and the intricate dynamics of regional security. Analyzing these aspects provides a comprehensive understanding of how the Liaoning fits into China's broader goal of becoming a dominant maritime power. 1. INS Vikramaditya, India. The INS Vikramaditya is a modified Kiev-class aircraft carrier originally built for the Soviet Navy. Launched in 1982, it was commissioned into service with the Indian Navy in 2013 after extensive refurbishments and upgrades. The carrier was acquired by India from Russia in 2004, and its transformation involved significant modifications, including the installation of a modern flight deck and aircraft launch systems. Similar to the Liaoning, the Vikramaditya serves as a centerpiece of India's maritime strategy, projecting naval power and enhancing operational capabilities in the Indian Ocean. 2. USS Ronald Reagan, United States. The USS Ronald Reagan CVN-76 is a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier that serves as a key asset of the United States Navy. Commissioned in 2003, it has been involved in numerous operations and exercises showcasing the U.S. Navy's ability to project power globally. The Reagan is equipped with advanced technologies including nuclear propulsion and a wide array of aircraft, enhancing its operational flexibility. Its role in the Pacific region, particularly in response to rising tensions with countries like North Korea and China, parallels the strategic use of the Liaoning in asserting China's influence in East Asia. 3. Charles de Gaulle, France. The Charles de Gaulle R-91 is a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier and the flagship of the French Navy. Commissioned in 2001, it is capable of operating a variety of aircraft and has been involved in numerous military operations, including interventions in the Middle East. The carrier's design and capabilities allow it to serve as a mobile base for power projections similar to the role of the Liaoning for the People's Liberation Army Navy. The Charles de Gaulle's deployment patterns and strategic importance in NATO operations further illustrate the significance of aircraft carriers in modern naval warfare. Future outlook: the Liaoning aircraft carrier. The Chinese aircraft carrier Liaoning CV-16 marks a pivotal milestone in China's naval evolution, transitioning from a historical relic into a formidable component of the People's Liberation Army Navy plan. As we look towards the future, the trajectory and implications of the Liaoning's role in regional and global naval power dynamics can be anticipated through several key dimensions. 1. Technological advancements and upgrades. The Liaoning has undergone significant modernization since its commissioning in 2012, evolving from a training ship to a combat-ready asset. Future upgrades will likely focus on enhancing its operational capabilities, incorporating advanced radar systems, improved electronic warfare equipment, and potentially more sophisticated air defense systems. China's ongoing investment in carrier technology suggests that the Liaoning could receive enhancements that allow it to deploy newer aircraft models, possibly including next-generation stealth fighters. The introduction of catapult-assisted takeoff systems could also be on the horizon, enabling the carrier to launch heavier aircraft with greater payloads, aligning it more closely with Western naval operations. 2. Strategic military role. In the context of China's expanding maritime ambitions, the Liaoning is expected to play a crucial role in asserting China's influence in contested waters, particularly in the South China Sea and around Taiwan. As geopolitical tensions rise, the Liaoning will likely be involved in a series of military exercises and operations aimed at demonstrating China's naval capabilities and commitment to its territorial claims. The Liaoning will serve not only as a platform for air operations but also as a symbol of Chinese naval power, enhancing China's deterrent posture against regional adversaries. Its operational deployments are expected to become more frequent, serving both training and combat readiness purposes. 3. Operational integration with other naval assets. As part of a broader naval strategy, the Liaoning will increasingly operate alongside other modern vessels, including newer aircraft carriers like the Shandong Type 002 and the Fujian Type 003. This integration will enhance the plan's carrier strike group capabilities, allowing for more complex operations involving air surface and subsurface elements. Future exercises will likely focus on joint operations that leverage the Liaoning's capabilities in anti-access/area denial A2/AD strategies. The synergy between the Liaoning and advanced destroyers, submarines, and support vessels will enhance the plan's ability to project power and respond to potential threats in the region. 4. International reactions and naval arms race. The Liaoning's growing capabilities and operational presence are expected to trigger responses from neighboring countries and global powers. Nations such as Japan, India, and the United States may increase their own naval capabilities or enhance their military alliances in response to perceived threats. This dynamic could lead to a regional arms race, particularly in naval assets, as countries seek to bolster their deterrent capabilities against a more assertive Chinese navy. The Liaoning therefore not only affects China's military strategy but also reshapes the strategic calculus of rival nations in the Asia-Pacific region. 5. Impact on global maritime strategy. The Liaoning's operations will have profound implications for global maritime strategy. As China continues to expand its influence over shipping routes and maritime trade, the Liaoning will be central to enforcing China's maritime interests. This could result in increased confrontations in strategic choke points and could challenge the United States' traditional dominance in naval power. China's focus on securing maritime routes and projecting power through the Liaoning could lead to shifts in international maritime law and norms, as nations navigate the complexities of a rising naval power that asserts its claims through military presence. Conclusion. The future of the Liaoning is poised at the intersection of technological innovation, strategic military ambitions, and geopolitical dynamics. As China continues to refine its naval capabilities and assert its maritime interests, the Liaoning will undoubtedly remain a key player in shaping the naval landscape of the 21st century. Its evolution from a training vessel to a combat-ready aircraft carrier will not only enhance China's military posture but will also contribute to broader shifts in regional and global power dynamics, warranting close observation by military analysts and policymakers worldwide.